Hey there, Blessed Mama. We are here to help you, the working mom, manage your personal and professional life without losing your mind. This is a podcast for you. I'm Blair Critch, and I went from a teacher to a stay-at-home to a 7-figure online business owner. And listen, that didn't happen overnight. It happened after we actually hit rock bottom. Bankruptcy that shook us. Then to find out my husband had an addiction problem, I decided that day I would grow and learn how to build a flexible business of freedom. Now today, I'm passionate about teaching other women the exact same thing through systems and strategies full of faith, fun, and drive.
What is up? I am Kelly Hoover, retired corporate pharmaceutical rep to network marketing millionaire and small business owner. After recovering from a brain tumor, I knew I wanted to go after my dreams and make life happen. You know, quit waiting around for the perfect time. So I learned social media and how to master my time, and then the magic really started happening. If you are looking to create connections and own your time management skills, then this is the place for you. Let's do it. Welcome back to Blessed Momma Bosses podcast. This is episode 4. What is on your calendar? Now, you guys know how we like to kick it off with a little K and B real talk, and it's my turn to ask the question. So, Blair, real or fake?
Are we talking about boobs? Like, what are we talking about here?
You didn't even let me finish. Get your mind out of the gutter. So, real or fake? Do you care about the name of the brand for certain things?
Good question. All right. Well, here's the truth. I love a good Amazon fashion. Like, give me a $14.99 maxi dress by Amazon. Totally happy with it. But I do feel like there's certain things I do like name brand with. Like, I really love my Gucci belt. I really love a nice purse. I really love a really nice pair of heels or a nice pair of espadrilles. I think it's nice to have like a few of those good things in your wardrobe. And then with like really in trend pieces, I like to buy them really inexpensive. Like Loft is one of my favorite brands. Amazon Fashion, I'm totally obsessed with right now. And I like to have fun with that. But yeah, what I don't like though is when people buy like the fake stuff that looks like the real stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That bugs me. Like the fake Gucci belt that's like a C, that looks like a C instead of a G. Like, I can't stand that. Like, just go buy a regular belt, okay? But otherwise, like, everything doesn't have to be name brand. I mean, heck no.
You know what's really funny is I have one of those fake Gucci belts.
Have you ever worn it in front of me?
I have, and that's okay. But here's the thing. I actually love the snake print that the belt is on. The actual label of it doesn't really mean anything to me.
It's hilarious.
Isn't that funny? I don't even think you knew that.
I'm going to call you out next time I see you.
Call me out. It's okay because I don't really care. I am very, very similar with this. There are a handful of brands that I really enjoy having nice things, but most of the time I'm not very brand loyal except for ketchup. Like, I really like.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. I mean, don't you have a specific type of condiment or anything that you eat, like bread or anything like that?
Not really me. I mean, my kids and my husband do, but I don't really care.
Well, you know, being from South Carolina, we do like our ketchup here. So let's get started right into our topic about what is on your calendar. So I want to ask you, do you ever feel like your life is so unorganized? Do you feel like you have so many things to do and your list keeps growing and growing? You're constantly putting things on your to-do list, but they never get accomplished. Or better yet, maybe you lost your to-do list from last week and you had to restart it over. Do you find yourself ever saying, I don't have time? Here is the thing. We're going today to really share some tips and strategies. And quite honestly, we totally master our time. That is something that we both have mastered. And it's something that we help a lot of other women find those pockets and really edit and audit their day and how they're applying it. So if that is you, definitely grab your notepad and write down some of these tricks, except for if you're driving. We do not want you to drive and text or drive and write. But these are some great strategies on how you can use your time more wisely and not be so unorganized.
So here's the biggest question is, are you a paper or a digital planner, right? So we want to know, like, do you use paper or a calendar on your electronic devices? Now, Kelly and I are old school. We both still love pen and paper, actually pencil and paper calendar. We both are like that. And I personally use Passion Planner. Kelly uses Law of Attraction Planner. We both really love that, but it doesn't matter if you use electronic one or if you use a paper one, as long as you're using it and you're using it the right way. Now, we're not talking about like one of those ones that's for the whole family in the kitchen, right? The chalkboard or the whiteboard that, like Kelly gave the example the other day, that was like 3 weeks ago's schedule still on there, right? That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about your own calendar, not the family calendar. So make sure first that you have a calendar, whatever it is. Then you have to start using it, okay? That's the reality, is you have to start using it. We talked the other day on episode 2, what are your big rocks? Are your big rocks on your calendar? If I glanced at this week's calendar, would I see those big rocks on there? Would I see the things that are important to you? And then you have to start. The biggest thing we hear over and over again is, well, I time blocked for a week. It just didn't feel like it worked for me. Or I started with my calendar and then I just forgot to bring it with me places. Or I started with it and then I didn't follow through. You have to keep going. Some weeks you're going to be really good at following it. Some weeks you're not, but you have to get going and start using it. And then what happens is you get better and better and better until you literally start learning how to not only use your calendar, but get even more efficient with it by time blocking it, which is pretty awesome. So let me share with you a little bit about how I personally use my calendar. Every Sunday, I have a meeting with myself. It is set. I know that's going to happen on Sunday. It generally happens Sunday morning before church for me. I go ahead and I sit down. I look at my calendar for the week. My big rocks go on there first. Where are the important things for my kids? The important things for my husband? When's date night? Are there any other events that I need to go to? When am I working my business? When are my income producing activities? They're all there on my calendar. My week is set out. All right. And then the next thing from there for me personally is making sure that I then communicate that with my spouse. So the next thing is, hey, babe, are you free today so that I can see your calendar? You can see mine. We can see how we can help each other this week. Okay. I can't remember where I shared this, but we were talking about one of the biggest ways to make sure you're staying efficient with your time is to make sure that you communicate with your family about it. Right. And if you don't do that, or if you're doing it in the wrong way, it's not going to help you. So make sure that you're not telling your spouse, this is my calendar for the week. This is where I need help. Instead, I say it like this. Hey, I'd love to show you what's on my calendar and see what's on your calendar for the week and how we can help each other. Okay. Find that time that you guys can communicate that together and then stick to the calendar.
And another thing is when you're sharing your calendar, or maybe you're going through what is on your kids' agenda or meal planning for the week, when you're sharing with your spouse, make sure that you're not doing it at a time where they are walking into their office or walking out the door or watching the news. Make sure that you guys are sitting down, because I don't know about you ladies, but oftentimes if I have done that, my husband will later say, I don't remember you saying that.
Oh my gosh, all the time, Kelly.
Right? I mean, that happens all the time. And a lot of times it's because I have shared it when he's been preoccupied or doing, something, and I don't have his undivided attention. And so making sure when you're lining up is so incredibly important.
Yeah, that is really important. Is there anything else that you do with your calendar that we didn't hit?
Well, I do a lot of the similar things as Blair, as far as making the meeting with myself, with my family. But I am that person who uses a chalkboard. I will write everything down on my personal calendar, but my kids are younger. They're 10 and they're 12, and they need to know what is going on. When are their practices? What are we having for dinner? All different sorts of things. And so I do write that out, and I do that always on Sunday. And it's a great opportunity to sort of lay it out for the entire family. Everybody can see. They don't have to say, what do I have going on today? They can go and they can look at their calendar. Another tip, if you are at home doing any sort of virtual learning or homeschooling or whatever your situation is, it is really great to have that lined up as well for them. Anything that you can help your children with calendar planning or your family is so incredibly crucial. The other thing I will share that is a huge help is I put on my calendar what time I am waking up.
Yes.
And what time I'm going to sleep. And I know that may sound silly to some people, like, Wow, that is a little over the top, Kelly. I get up like when my kids get up, or maybe 5 minutes before, right? Or maybe my child is tapping me on the shoulder, waking me up. Well, I will tell you, when you get in a habit and you develop a really good morning routine, I know for me personally, my morning routine takes me about 1 hour to complete. Now that is doing some self-care in there. I'm doing my devotion. I'm repeating affirmations. I'm doing a gratitude journal. I'm spending my time filling my mind with positive things. I'm also answering and corresponding with my emails and my inbox and getting back to the people that have messaged me, maybe from the night before. I'm doing all of those things prior to being with my family, waking them up, getting them started for their day. And this isn't a Monday through Friday thing for me. Right. It is a weekend thing. It is a vacation thing. Because later, you're going to hear us share a lot of things on the podcast about just daily habits and things that you can improve your overall life. But knowing when to wake up so that you can get those things done has been so incredibly helpful for me.
I totally agree. And the more you master this calendar, the more that you master all the different time slots on it, it doesn't take away your freedom. It actually gives you more time. So once you sit down and you figure out what time am I going to wake up, what am I doing throughout the day, where are those time blocks that I'm working on my business, that I'm doing this, I'm doing that, what time is my day over? Once you really master that and master your calendar, what you'll realize is you actually have more time to do the things that are important to you, the things that you love, because you're not wasting all this time trying to figure out what's next. What should I work on next? Oh, I need to go look at my social media now. I need to go do this. You're organized in a set fashion. So listen, we have a free resource for you. This is something that we have really worked on. It's called Master Your Time. It's a free worksheet. You can get it inside of our free community. So go to Blessed Momma Bosses on Facebook, grab that free resource for you, and join our community. It is an amazing place where you can be surrounded by other women who are doing the exact thing as you. Hey, listen, also, we'd love for you to rate and review us. So give us that 5-star review. Give us some comments. Share this with somebody who you think it would be valuable for, because we want to help as many women as possible. And like Kelly said earlier, screenshot this episode and give us a little shout out or share something that you learned today. And we would love for you to do that and tag us on social media. Tag us on Instagram at Blessed Momma Bosses _ or Facebook at Blessed Momma Bosses. And guess what? We'll shout you out for shouting us out. So we can't wait to see you next week on our next episode.
We hope you enjoyed this episode and want to hang out more with Blair and I. Join us inside our Facebook community, www.blessedmammabossesgroup.com. We'll see you there.